Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ashmita and I hope you all are doing well. And today I will be sharing an album review of Mono by RM Namjoon, Kim Namjoon's mixtape, and I'm really excited to share my thoughts on each and every song with you. Now, I had listened to this entire mixtape couple of weeks back when I took my first COVID vaccine shot and I was suffering from all the COVID symptoms, and I thought of listening to some new music, and I knew that you guys had requested me to do a listening party or a review for Mono, so I decided to listen to it, and I was completely thrown off. And I say this because before I started playing the songs from this album, I went into it with a certain bias in my head that it's going to sound a particular way. And this is because I've listened to Hobie's mixtape, Hope World, and Yoongi's entire mixtape, T2. And with both of these albums, there was a sense of familiarity with the artist. So I went into it thinking, okay, I know how Namjoon's style of writing is and I know what kind of rap he does, and I expected similar thing from the album. But this was like a complete googly thrown on me. So yes, without further ado, let's get into the songs one by one. Tokyo is the first song of the album, and I think it's a great opening song because it completely threw me off. The song starts with a beautiful piano which not only sets the mood of this particular song but for the entire album. After that comes his heavy voice, which is of course that you told me that's his original voice, but it just makes you feel sad. There's a sense of dread in his voice which I loved. I don't know whom he's addressing in the song because it seems like he's talking about someone he loved or still loves dearly but had to let go. When he says that life is a word that sometimes you can't say and ash is a thing that someday we all should be, that line just hits you like a cannonball, crushing your soul. The instrumentals of the song are so good, and on top of that, his haunting voice just elevates the song to another level. But the cherry on top of this song is how it ends with that whistle sound. It is sure to fill you with dread. It's haunting and it honestly freaked me out. Tokyo is the kind of opening songs which completely grabs your attention, not just because of the lyrics but because of the way it has been mixed and mastered. This is the perfect song to create an intrigue inside you, and it makes you want to listen to the entire album. I understand that every album has a title song, but someone like me who likes to go in sequence and see what the album is all about and what the feel and core of this album is, I think the opening song makes a huge difference. Second song from this album is Soul, and overall I really enjoyed this song. This song is very relatable to people who move from one place to another to probably study or get a job. The song essentially talks about his love-hate relationship with the city of Seoul, which is not his birthplace but a place where his dreams came true. If you ask me honestly, I could completely draw parallels with Mumbai when I was listening to this song. You can just replace the word Seoul with Mumbai and this song is something that I would sing for the city. I also have such a love-hate relationship with the city because as much as I complain about all the things about the city, I love the city in my heart because it has given me so many things like my career, my friends, my life partner. So yes, in terms of relatability, I think this was the most relatable song to me from the entire album. Also, this song has a much lighter feel than Tokyo and puts a smile on your face. Namjoon's rap flow is so soothing in the song, and this is still the kind of flow that I am used to from him. But for me, the takeaway was the chorus. The chorus is fabulous. When he started singing the chorus, it completely lit up my face. Also, when it came to the overall wordplay, I think it was very intelligently done. First, of course, the very obvious love-hate wordplay, but what I really liked was the wordplay done in the bridge. The bridge bridge is just two lines which gets constantly repeated again and again. I am leaving you, I am living you. It sort of is a hint that Namjoon is still confused and is trying to figure out his journey of leaving or living in the city. And the same format of the bridge is again used at the end, where he says, I love you soul, I hate you soul, and that again is repeated several times. Overall, a very beautiful, soothing song once again. Moonchild is the third song from this album, and this song is probably the closest of what I was thinking that this album would sound like. The beats of the song are pretty generic, but the overall flow and mix of the song is so well done. The takeaway for me in this song are the lyrics. I mean, this is lyric-wise one of the best songs overall in K-pop that I've listened to. It not only gives you comfort as a listener, but in a way it also reflects the pain and the struggle that Namjoon probably went through. And not just Namjoon, even the struggle and pain that his members went through. And he knows what it feels like to be at your lowest. And at that point of time, maybe there was nobody to comfort him and say these words, but he doesn't want the same to happen to his fans. So he is presenting, sort of gifting this song to them. But no matter how comforting the lyrics are, this song is bound to make you cry. Now, by the time Moonchild ended, I paused my playlist and I was just contemplating on how lyrically genius this guy is. This is not just a mixtape that Namjoon has put out for the sake of putting it out. He literally wants to comfort the listeners. And through this mixtape, I realized that Namjoon is sharing an artistic side of him that he probably never did before this. The fourth track from this album is Bad Bye, and I was really excited to listen to this song because this featured Eon, and the only disappointment for me was that it was very, very short. The beats of this song are superb, just superb. I don't know why it was so short. I mean, I wouldn't even call it a song. This was like a mood sampler. Now, this song particularly for me was consistent with the theme of Tokyo. It felt more like Tokyo's little sister, not just sound-wise but lyric-wise as well. My only gripe is that it was just so short, and I think the beat that was used here, the beat that was produced over here, could have been explored even more. The fifth track from this album is You Good, and this is probably my second favorite song in terms of lyrics as well as in terms of mixing. Let's talk about the lyrics first. This is the kind of song which will be relatable to each and every person on this planet. We as individuals put this immense sense of pressure on us that we have to excel, we have to be the best at everything. If we are not doing our best, it is not worth it. The effort is not worth it. And because of the high standard we set for ourselves, we forget who the real us is. There's a beautiful line in the song that my ideals and my reality are so far away from each other. They just never coincide. And this is the reason why we end up feeling so lonely, so underachieved, so underappreciated. He also talks about that in life we would get B's, and that's okay. Now, why this song is my second favorite song in terms of mixing is because the beat used is the most basic hip-hop beat that you can ever listen to. But the overall packaging of the song with his rap and the lyrics and his entire flow with this very basic beat just made the song so beautiful to listen to. Also, it could be a bias in my brain because I was suffering from extremely high fever when I listened to this entire album for the first time, and I think I latched onto this song pretty closely at that point of time. Now, the sixth track from this album is Everything Goes, which features another artist called Nell. Once again, the takeaway are the lyrics. They are just so comforting, and it just adds an added depth and layer to the entire song. Mixing wise, I really like this song because of the way it has been overall arranged. It starts slowly and then as it progresses, it completely builds up at the end. So there is a sense of motivation that you get when you listen to the song. The way he rapped in the song is something that I have listened to before. This is the kind of Namjoon rap that I am used to. So yes, I was not really surprised at it, but yeah, overall it sounded great.
Forever.
The seventh track from this album is Forever Rain, and this is my absolute favorite track from the entire album. I cannot express in words how much I'm in love with this song. Every bit of the song, starting from the instrumental, his rap, the overall feel, the lyrics, it's a 10 on 10 for me. I think I have a weakness for piano instrumentals for some reason, and this song, like Tokyo, starts with a piano instrumental. But what takes it to the next level is the sound of the rain with it. I mean, I'm sorry, when the music started, I was like, oh my god, Ashmita, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself, because I think your heart is gonna get exploded. And yes, rightly so, that exact thing happened. What do I even say about the lyrics? I mean, it was just so sad and beautifully painful. Like when he said that, when the rain falls, it feels like at least somebody else is crying for me. I don't have to hide my tears. That was too much.
하루 종일 비가 왔으면 좋겠어. 누가 나 대신에 좀 울어줬으면 해서. Yeah, 종일 비가 왔으면 좋겠어. 그럼 사람들이 날 쳐다보질 않았어.
And rain is like a shield for so many people, because when it rains, people are minding their own business. They are under the umbrella. They're not looking around here and there. They're focusing on themselves. So if I am sad, nobody is gonna care. If I'm sad and I'm just standing in the rain, nobody's gonna care. So it's like a shield. I think it was just metaphorically beautiful. The chorus of the song, I am sorry. Kim Namjoon, hello. You have to stop doing these things, because it just makes me fall in love with you again and again.
Forever.
The use of the guitar in the chorus, both acoustic as well as the electric guitar, is just exceptional. Whenever you listen to this song, you somehow would want it to rain outside. I don't know, for some reason. Overall, this ended up being my favorite track from the entire album. And yes, that concludes my review and my thoughts of Namjoon's mixtape Mono. I loved every bit of it. What a different, this is something that I absolutely did not expect from his mixtape. Now, I concluded a couple of things after listening to this album. Number 1, Namjoon is a lyrical genius. Number 2, he is my forever bias, and that cannot change. Number 3, it is now practically impossible for any K-pop idol to wreck me so that this person can replace Namjoon. That's never gonna happen now. Number 4, he has a beautiful, beautiful voice. Number 5, I think I love his slow rap more than his faster raps. Number 6, I'm probably dying for another mixtape from him right now. Number 7, after a comforting mixtape like Mono, he probably should drop an Angry Savage mixtape. Number 8, Namjoon's brain and mind is probably one of the most precious things to have happened to this universe. Number 9, he was born to be a leader. He was born to be a leader. Even if not in the music industry, he would have led whatever field he would have chosen. And number 10, he should definitely write a book, because that'll become a bestseller. And yes, that concludes my review of Mono. Please do share in your thoughts about every song. What does this album make you feel? What it means to you? I would love to read them in the comment section, armies. And yes, that was the video from me today. I hope you enjoyed this video and have come till the end. Please do subscribe to the channel if you have dropped in here for the first time, and if you love K-pop, and I will see you soon on my next video. Bye bye.